comes actually down to customer service on many occasions. I know that when the Jubilee line last went down, right, which happens pretty much weekly, so I could tell the story most weeks. The first thing I did is I went onto Twitter to see how many other people were bitching about it. Because I was curious as to what happened, and it turned out, if you're interested, that they had to reboot the Jubilee line. So if you think you've got computer problems, I have sympathy for the Jubilee guys. So people are going online on things like Twitter, but also on other platforms to talk about their experiences. And they're often doing it at the moment that it happens, right? You know when you get that terrible service and you're like, shit, I want to tell somebody. What brands are now beginning to do is to reach out to people at those key moments of truth in that journey and to try and resolve those problems and to understand a bit better about what the experience that they had. It's also a useful channel for customer service. So it really is broad. Think about social media as a way that you can address any kind of business problem because it can be that broad if you want it to be. Next slide. Another really interesting indicator, and all these things are really symptomatic rather than anything else. I'm not looking to these to make anything else apart from a symptomatic point. 20% of messages sent on Twitter tend to be about brands. And that's another really important excuse to get involved. If you run a small business, and I promise you, no matter how small you are, you'll find some kind of chatter online about your brand. People are going there to talk about their experiences, and it's a key invitation to actually get involved. And Twitter is one of those more exciting channels, but I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. So I think that, and this isn't gospel, right? This is just something to help you get started with your thinking if you're a small business, about how best to engage customers in social media. I think that social media does a really great job for brands when it engages somebody in something that they're really interested in. It takes that conversation further. I'll have some examples of that. When it helps to solve people's problems. I know that when I